Monticello is best known as the home of Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, who was our founding father and also the third president of the United States. It's not only a world-class museum and an historic site, but an academic think tank. Jefferson called Monticello his essay in architecture, and we think that the best way to understand Jefferson is to make a visit here. Monticello is an essential place for all Americans to understand our complicated history. It's often described as Thomas Jefferson's three-dimensional autobiography. In fact, the biographer John Meacham says that a visit to Monticello is as close as we can come to a conversation with Thomas Jefferson. Monticello is right now engaged in an historic restoration project called the Mountaintop Project. Multi-year project, over $36 million, with the goal of returning Monticello to the appearance in Jefferson's time, something he would recognize.
When Carter Machinery was approached by Monticello about providing a generator for here at the mountaintop, both Carter Machinery and Caterpillar viewed it as an opportunity to work with people that were not only trying to preserve an important part of Virginia history, but also American history. When the opportunity arose, both Carter Machinery and Caterpillar jumped on board.
The Mountaintop Project also encompassed the replacement of the HVAC system which serves the house and, in fact, the whole mountaintop. We replaced an oil-based HVAC system with geothermal wells. That construction went over several years, involved the need to interrupt power to the house, and it was essential that we had backup power generation like that provided by Caterpillar and Carter Machinery to help support that whole construction period. I can tell you it definitely lets me sleep better at night to know that the house is protected 24/7 by backup power.
So our collection here at Monticello has everything from 18th century paintings on panel to Jefferson's riding boots to rare documents on paper. All of these things are really sensitive to changing levels of relative humidity. So keeping the conditions in the house within narrower parameters is really important to preserving the collection. Because we have this backup generator, it allows us to have a bit more confidence in the conditions that we're providing for our collection. I have been at Monticello during a power outage and seen the generator kick on and felt very much reassured by it.
Well, Monticello is a National Historic Landmark and a United Nations World Heritage Site, which means visitors come here from all over the world, hundreds of thousands of them, 364 days a year. So we need to keep the power going even when the power goes out. Comfort's really important. You can't really expect people to learn or discover much new if they're very uncomfortable. And on a hot July day when we have 2,500 people here, they walk into the house, they expect to have the air conditioner on. So Thomas Jefferson didn't have that AC, but we sure do. And having power and a reliable means of power is an important aspect of making sure guests have a very comfortable, enjoyable experience. Staff and visitors almost never realize that we've had a power outage because it's so seamless.
In 2010, we installed this 350 kW CAT C15 genset as part of the restoration of the Robert H. Smith Center on Mont Alto, which rises 400 feet above Monticello, which is a conference center and event venue. There was no backup power. We engaged Carter Power Services in the maintenance of all of our generators, not only just the Caterpillar ones.
And an ongoing part of the maintenance of the generator is quarterly preventative maintenance contract. And we come out quarterly and run the generator, test the generator, oil sampling, coolant sampling, and the such.
Monticello's mission is preservation and education, and that educational mission involves hundreds of thousands of people annually, and it would be impossible to fulfill that part of our mission if we didn't have a modern infrastructure and power to drive it that relies on the CAT generator.
Monticello has always been a work in progress. Jefferson spent 40 years, in his words, putting up and pulling down here. Architecture was his delight. I have no doubt that we will continue our relationship with Caterpillar and Carter Power Systems as we move ahead with our restoration and preservation programs here at Monticello and ensure that it is preserved for generations to come.